What's up, squids? We're finally freaking back with another pointless video. I know I haven't uploaded in like 2 weeks, but it's been freaking cold. It's been snowing and crap, and it's just sucked. But today I'm gonna be reviewing one of the bikes that I have seen in a lot of my comments. And because of the weather, I'm not gonna be unboxing it, but let's just bring it on out. My goodness, this thing's quick. It's the Happyrun G300 Pro. And if you want this bike for yourself, you can go to my link in my bio and it'll send you to my link tree. And just make sure you use the one that says Happyrun. And at checkout, you can use code SQUIDSTEPH for a discount. But anyways, y'all know I don't like talking, so we're gonna get straight into riding this bike after I give you a little walk around and some of the specs. Alright, here we are. The best part of the video is riding the bike, testing the bike out, and I'm just going to tell y'all the complete honest truth. And yeah, I know y'all are going to be like, sponsored, this ain't even going to count. But while I was talking to the company Happyrun, they were totally cool with me being 100% honest, gave me no limitations, and told me to tell them what I think about the bike. And one thing I'm not ever going to do is lie to you guys, because this is y'all's money, your parents' money, or whoever, and I don't want y'all working hard for something just to get a piece of junk. So first and foremost, this bike is pretty tall. I think it maybe is just a little bit smaller than the Sur-Ron that I had, but it's like really comfortable. It has good suspension from what I can tell. I have put 10 miles on it just kind of to give it a little test ride when I freaking put it together or whatever. But it is a solid bike, and dude, the quality seems insane. I'm not even gonna lie. And what is this, some doo-doo? Ooh. But shoot, let's get riding this thing. Hey, and not to mention, it got these pedals, kind of makes it look legal. Knowing dang well this thing's too quick to be legal. Dude, it's still like 28 degrees right now. I'm cooking. But I told you I gotta be the next Sur-Ronster, so I gotta keep hustling. What the heck, a bunch of chickens. So we're gonna do what we do in all the videos. If you're not new here, we always do a speed test in every mode. On this one, I think we're just gonna do a top speed run because I mean, I don't think the modes on it are that different. What a voice crack. And usually I'll do a wheelie test and whatnot, but the brakes are actually on opposite sides. I'm gonna have to switch that. I'm gonna have to take the brake sensor off, do all that to try to wheelie. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm pretty sure it can wheelie because it's got a lot of torque off the bottom. But with this big heavy frame, I think you actually are gonna kind of have to know what you're doing. This is not the bike you're gonna wanna loop. Because if it falls on your leg or something, that's not gonna feel good. But in its own defense, that makes for a great durable bike if something were to happen. God forbid it does, but here we go. We're gonna go ahead and do our first test, the speed test. From 0 miles an hour, let's go. Like I said, no pedaling whatsoever. We're at 35, 40, and there's a turn, so I'm gonna have to bail. 41. Bro, I feel like I'm in a dang Arc Raiders cold snap right now. I'm about to have to get into heat. One thing to know as well is because of the weight of this bike though, it handles so good at higher speeds. A lot of these bikes that are real light, they kind of get that little wobble. You can feel it. It doesn't really affect anything, but you can feel it. This one doesn't get that wobble, and it's because of the weight of it. All right, third time's a charm. Let's freaking do this speed test. 0 miles an hour, let's go. All right, we're already past 20. I can actually see what's coming ahead of me here, so I feel a lot more confident doing it here. My hands are cooked. 43, 44, they're a little uphill here. Slight downhill. 45, 45 it looks like. Woo! I'm freezing! We did hit a nice 45 right there, and I mean, it felt super smooth, felt extremely controllable because of the weight of it. You just keep them pedals flat, unless, I mean, I'm pretty sure you could probably just put pegs on it if you wanted to. I just haven't had it more than a week to even do that, and the weather's been buns. Like, look, it's iced. There's like never any cars on this road, and it's just freaking full of cars today. What is going on? I wish I had more like trails and stuff like that available to me to really test it. Y'all know me, I'm gonna work with what I got, and I'm gonna be grateful for it. My goodness, I thought that was a bear. I thought I was cooked. Alright, now let's see how much speed I can keep going up this big hill, by the way. Because as we all know, e-bikes lose a lot of power going uphill. I'm 165 pounds, I'm 6'1", but I'm still keeping a little 21 miles an hour. I was at 25 for most of it. And this is gonna have the GoPro effect. I mean, it's this freaking steep. Very steep hill. My fingers are cooked, by the way. So we're gonna just go up this little gravel road and test the suspension, because this road is complete buns, not even gonna lie. This is the closest thing to a trail I have, so let's see what this suspension's about. Oh man, it's so bouncy. And not in a bad way. Like, I don't know if you can tell all the ripples and whatnot, but it feels really good. Oh my goodness. I forgot it was a half throttle there for a second. I literally was like still throttling with my finger, but I thought I let off because I kind of let my other 3 fingers go. But yeah, I don't know if y'all can tell. This is like insane, horrible terrain, and it's cooking on it. Oh yeah, this thing would absolutely shred on some trails. I do wonder like how the weight and whatnot would work, just for the simple fact that it is a little heavier, especially if you're the guy that's not scared to hit jumps. I'm not scared to, but I still got to learn for sure, because I'd be cooking my wrist and whatnot, you know. So far, top speed, we're looking at about 46. Second thing, we can absolutely cook up on some trails. Third, the weight of it makes it very manageable at higher speeds and taking turns and whatnot. 2 downsides so far: half twist throttle. You are gonna have to switch the brakes if you plan on wheeling it, which I do think you can wheelie it. It'll just take a little bit more skill, I'm not even gonna lie to you. Another plus is the suspension is actually really good. Like them hills and stuff, I know I'm going slow right now, but it's mainly because I can't feel my hands. Got the carbon fiber front and rear fender, which is always fire. It's a really good looking bike, to be honest. I do recommend getting the black just because I think it looks the cleanest. Just a black and white combo, a lot of carbon fiber. It just all goes together really well. But for the price point, like especially if you catch this thing on sale, it's definitely worth it. And I mean, it has a lot of cool things, like this freaking headlight, and the front plate looks really sick. You don't got to buy like a ODI plate or whatever. It's just a really clean bike, and it has really thick front tire. Back tire is not as thick, but it's still pretty thick as well. Dude, it's just all around good. It has blinkers, a functional brake light. It's got a place for a freaking license plate. I'm low-key stalling so I can get filling back in my hands. Actually, you know what? Let me do this number. Get a little bit of warmth on these babies. And this is a 72-volt battery, by the way. For the price, you cannot beat that. I mean, a lot of the time you're getting 72-volt batteries, it costs as much as this full bike. You do have to assemble a little bit more. You got to put the front wheel on. You got to put the shocks on, handlebars, brakes, display. Got to put the pedals on, of course. And I think that's it. But I mean, usually you just got to put the front tire on and put the handlebars that are fully assembled with all this stuff already. But I mean, it's not bad at all. But shoot, I know this ain't going to be the longest video in the world, but I'm freaking freezing. But I wanted to make this video really bad, and I've been wanting to ride, even though it's just cold. You know me, if you're not new around here, I love uploading, and this cold weather's just cooking my upload schedule. I think this is an absolutely good deal for the price point, especially if you use my discount code or link in my bio, on top of the fact that it has like all the street legal capabilities, like blinkers, horn, headlight. You could probably get this thing registered and like actually make it street legal if you wanted to, as well as the weight makes it real steady. Just as a commuter bike, it's going to be a little harder for younger kids and stuff to wheelie it unless they're really experienced, but if they're experienced enough to do it, I think it can do it. And I mean, if they're experienced enough, that's on them, right? But in my personal opinion, all the bikes I've ridden, which I've ridden some good bikes, I've ridden Surons, Yasma, Tudio, just the Telario XXX, just a handful of bikes. This actually holds up in that like Suron category as far as comfortability, build quality. The speed is right there with like the LBX. Stunting, it's going to be a little behind, mainly because of the weight. I know I've said that 1,000 times, but that's really the only thing holding this back when it comes to stunning. My personal scale, 1 to 10, I'm going to give this one an 8, maybe even an 8.5 out of 10. Let's give it a little rip right here, even though I can't feel anything on my body. It scoots. I ain't gonna lie, it scoots. I really do like this bike. If you're thinking about it, you've been on the fence about it, absolutely, especially if it's on sale, because I've seen these going for like $2,000, right above $2,000 on sale, and then my coupon code is going to save you money, and that's code SQUIDSTUFF. It is a really good deal for a 72 volt bike that is really high quality build. I think this is a bike that could last you a few years, if not more. But I appreciate y'all for watching this video. I'm gonna try to get out as much content as I can. It's freaking cold, but I'm not gonna give up.